Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again on the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something really specific based on the sources you shared. We're exploring a fascinating high-precision object, the Seiko Marinemaster SLA081. Our mission, like always, is to pull out the key details, maybe some surprising facts, and just make sense of what makes this watch tick literally and figuratively for you. And what's really cool about this one, I think, is that it's not just, telling time. It feels like a real mix of history, some really advanced materials, and just solid, robust engineering. It kind of makes you stop and think about the craft involved.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not just going to list specs. We want to get into the why. Why did they make these choices? Why this material? Why this kind of build? We'll try and connect those dots, show the thinking behind it all.
Okay, great. So let's get to it. This Seiko Marinemaster, the SLA081, it's got a bit of history tied to it, right? Celebrating an anniversary.
That's right. It marks the 60th anniversary of Seiko's very first dive watch. So it's blending that kind of classic rugged look of the early models with today's tech.
And first impressions, size-wise, it's not small. We're talking 45.4 millimeters across. And pretty thick, too, 16 millimeter.
Yeah, it's substantial. But that size isn't just for show. It's really tied to its durability and function. One of the standout things here is the case construction. It's what they call a front-loaded monobloc case.
Monobloc, so one piece.
Essentially, yeah. Instead of a separate case back, the main case is machined from a single block of metal. You access the movement through the front. The big advantage, it gets rid of potential weak spots, like the seal around a traditional case back. That really helps boost its water resistance.
Yeah.
We're talking 600 meters here, and just its overall toughness against pressure.
Wow, 600 meters. And you mentioned helium, too. There's something special for saturation diving.
Absolutely. That's where this design really shines for, professional use. Saturation divers work in environments with helium gas. Helium molecules are tiny. They can sneak into a watch. During decompression, that trapped helium expands, and it can actually pop the crystal off.
Seriously, pop the crystal.
Yeah, it's a real issue. So this watch uses special gaskets, particularly an L-shaped gasket design, specifically to prevent helium ingress. It shows they really thought about those extreme professional scenarios.
That level of detail for such a specific problem is pretty amazing. Now, talking about materials, it's titanium, right? Which isn't always standard for Seiko.
Right. They use it, but it's often more for special editions or higher-end models like this. Titanium's great, strong, lightweight, corrosion-resistant.
But this one also has a coating, a super hard coating. What does that add?
Yes. So titanium is strong, but it can scratch more easily than, say, steel. This super hard coating is a surface treatment that drastically increases the scratch resistance. Keeps it looking good even if it gets knocked around, which, tool watch probably will.
Makes sense. Protect the investment, basically.
Exactly. And visually, the case itself has this nice mix of brushed and polished surfaces. It really shows off the precision in the finishing. Then you got the dial, this deep blue kind of wave texture. Looks great, but it's also functional. High legibility is key.
And that legibility comes down to the lume, right? LumiBrite, how does that work?
Yeah. LumiBrite is Seiko's own luminescent material. It's not radioactive like older looms were. It charges up really quickly in light and glows very brightly for a long time. Essential for a dive watch, obviously, when you're in deep or murky water, or even just checking the time at night. It's a core part of its tool watch DNA.
Okay, so tough case, great lume. What's powering it?
Inside, it's got Seiko's own automatic movement, the Calibre 8L45. This is an in-house movement, operates at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and offers a pretty decent power reserve, 72 hours.
So 28,800 VPH. For people who aren't deep into watch movements, what's the significance of that number? What does it mean in practice?
Good question. It basically refers to how fast the balance wheel inside oscillates. 28,800 VPH is the same as 4 Hertz, meaning it ticks 8 times per second. A higher beat rate like this generally translates to better accuracy. It also makes the second hand sweep more smoothly across the dial, which is something watch fans often appreciate. It looks more fluid.
Right, a smoother sweep. And 72 hours power reserve, that's 3 days. Pretty convenient.
Yeah, definitely. You can take it off Friday night, put it back on Monday morning, and it should still be running, which is great for a watch you might not wear every single day, especially a specialized one like this. It really speaks to Seiko's ability to make everything in-house, tailored for these professional-grade watches.
So, tough outside, sophisticated inside. And the bracelet keeps up. It's titanium, too, with something for wetsuits.
That's right. A matching titanium bracelet, which keeps the whole thing relatively light despite the size. And importantly, the clasp has a built-in dive extension. It's a mechanism that lets you quickly lengthen the bracelet to fit over a thick wetsuit sleeve. Seems like a small thing, but absolutely vital for actual divers.
It really sounds like they thought of everything for the intended user.
I think so. When you put it all together, the titanium with the coating, the monobloc case, the helium resistance, the high beat movement, that practical bracelet, it's clearly designed as a serious specialized tool for pros in challenging environments. And it's worth mentioning its exclusivity, too. This SLA081 is a limited edition, only 600 pieces worldwide.
Only 600, so pretty rare.
Yeah, which reflects its status as a premium, purpose-built piece. And the price point, around EUR 5,200, also puts it in that serious tool watch category.
Well, that was quite the dive into the Seiko Marinemaster SLA081. We've definitely seen how it pulls together, 6 decades of history with some really modern tech and materials. That monobloc case, the helium stuff, the in-house movement, the titanium. It really is a showcase of specialized engineering, isn't it? A real dedication to getting it right for a specific purpose.
It really is. And, looking at something like this Marinemaster SLA081, it kind of makes you think about the whole idea of pursuing excellence in design. Every single part, from the choice of titanium to how that L-shaped gasket works, it's all incredibly deliberate. It's about pushing what a mechanical object can do.
Yeah.
That brings up a bigger point, maybe.
Yeah.
We live in this age dominated by digital screens telling us the time, right? So what's the appeal, the value of something like this incredibly crafted, purely mechanical thing? What does our fascination with objects like the Marine Master tell us about, I don't know, our need for tangible craft, or that connection to history and physical skill, especially when so much is becoming virtual?
That's a really interesting thought. So maybe for you listening, what this all means is, well, maybe it's just a reminder that even inside a single specialized thing like this watch, there's just this whole world of thinking, of history, of sheer ingenuity waiting to be found if you look close enough. It kind of challenges you, doesn't it? To look around at other things, maybe everyday things, and wonder what hidden depths of design or purpose they might hold. Definitely something to think about. We hope you keep asking those questions.